want to welcome you guys to the channel. Today I'm going to try a different format. I haven't really done this face-to-face interaction, but I want to keep this video still under 5 minutes. So with that being said, this video is about my most recent visit to Cedar Point on July 5th, 2025. I had already went earlier in the year in May, but Siren Curse was not opened yet, and I knew I had to make my way back there. The weather was absolutely roasting, somewhere between upper 80s, low 90s, with that summer humidity rolling off of Lake Erie. By the time we hit the front entrance, I was drenched in sweat, but we had to get those fast passes. That day was packed. They upped the tickets that day, $400 to $500 for just 2 fast pass tickets. After that price tag, I knew I needed a great ride on Siren Curse, and I had one goal in the day. It was to hop on that ride, knock off a few credits actually as well with my girlfriend Helen. Shout out Helen. So we went ahead and jumped straight in the line for the fast pass on Siren's Curse. Waited about an hour, and we ended up waiting a little bit extra to get in that back row. Tell you what, that was totally worth it. Now, I've been on a few daft coasters before, so I was thinking something like that would be what kind of a tilt coaster would be like, but no, I was wrong. Siren's Curse was different. They had the Vekoma onboard audio, added a different insane level of intensity. When we got in the back row and that thing started tilting upwards, it had an extra 40 feet to that drop, but that wasn't even the best part. The smoothness on the ride, the way it flowed through its layout, the intense music, it was all next level. The layout was not perfect though, but honestly, it was much better than most B&M dive coasters I've been on. I'm telling you what, that ride was insane. Siren's Curse definitely lived up to the hype. The audio, the drops, the smoothness. I really can't wait to ride it again. Maybe it's not next summer, but I can tell you what, Cedar Point is gonna add something new here soon. Speaking of which, I want to kind of talk about that a little bit more. Next, we went on Iron Dragon, and as I said earlier, there's something different going on at the park. I saw Corkscrew got a fresh paint job. Corkscrew is a little bit older, but it still is like beautiful on the midway, the way it loops over the midway, and the fresh paint job just looks absolutely amazing. But Iron Dragon, I'm telling you what, there's something different. It's not the same. It might be on the chopping block because it did not get that same treatment. And the way the park is evolving, I think it's time for a change. Imagine a Vekoma flying coaster, like in Iron Dragon's spot. Iron Dragon's layout, 2 lift hills, winding through the trees, going over the water, all that. A flying coaster could really bring something new to Cedar Point that it might be missing. So honestly, I feel like Cedar Point, it's got a few coasters on that chopping block. We got Gemini, we got Iron Dragon, we got the Mine Train, we got Ragaroo. There's about 4 coasters right there that could be on the chopping block to be replaced or redesigned. But with that all being said, I still think Cedar Point has the land, the creativity to kind of, add new before they replace. They got parking lots, they got campgrounds, they got Millennium Island that has been untouched that you could still add to without immediately taking rides out. But hey, no complaints from me. Cedar Point's got some of the best coasters in the world. That's why it's the capital. I'm telling you, I'm always excited to ride them. Take Maverick and Steel Vengeance. Definitely 2 of the best 1-2 punches in all of America. These 2 rides are so good. I always hit them up every single time I go to the park. And Cedar Point, I mean, it's good enough to make triple on those 2 rides right there. That makes it worth it. All right, to wrap things up, we got something a little extra. Helen was able to grab an extra credit on Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Waited way too long, closed down, staff changing, but hey, it was worth it. That ride might be on the chopping block, as I mentioned. So we were definitely stoked to finally get that credit. And outside of Corkscrew, most of the credits we've gotten for both of us, specifically me, I've gotten all of them. I think she has 1 or 2 more left in the park. So that wraps up our Cedar Point trip. And honestly, it was a solid day. Some of the best coasters out there is at Cedar Point. Siren's Curse is definitely a must ride, and it immediately jumps in most people's top 5, even top 3 in the park. I'm looking forward to seeing what Cedar Point has to offer next. Maybe a T-Rex, maybe a Mach Extreme Spinner. Who knows? Either way, I'm stoked. I know they're going to do something amazing. I'm never disappointed in what Cedar Point does. Look at Top Thrill 2, for example. Anyways, thanks for everyone for watching. I've got a bunch of new videos coming up. I'm thinking top 10/15 coasters, maybe honorable mention there, plus more TikTok style content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Cedar Point's future. What's your favorite ride there? Uh, Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Peace, love, happiness.